Hey guys, this is Average Trader here. This is going to be the first video in a series of videos documenting all of my trades. I'm going to have these weekly stock reviews, reviewing all the trades I took this past week. And I will show you all the trades that I made money, all the trades that I lost money, and everything in between. If you do want to see this live and you might want to take these trades with me, be sure to join the website, join the Discord, and you can actually see these callouts live, right? Link will be in the description for all of that stuff. Let's get into it. So this week we made 6.5 R, which means we made 6.5 times our risk. Okay, I personally am on $1,000 risk, so I made 6.5 grand. But if you want to be on different sizes of risk, it's totally possible to do so. And I suggest you check out my video on share sizing in order to figure out how you can have different risks, right? The first trade we took of the week was Meta 167 by 166. 167 was our entry and 166 was our stop loss, okay? And we made 1.9 R out of that. So 1.9 times our risk off of this trade. Not really much to say about this. Really nice breakout on the 1 minute, and we saw the bottoming tails. We judged the market correctly and just shot to R. Pretty painless trade. The second trade that we took was PEP 167.73 by 170.30. Okay, and this is a short. All right, so we're shorting the stock at 167.73. And our stop loss would be above our short, which is 170.30. Okay, and honestly, I could have gotten a better fill on this. I actually do remember this trade. I could have gotten a better fill at maybe 168, but 169. I actually did see this trade late, and eventually it did tag me at break even. I don't remember if after break even it hit 1 or 2 R target, but my trading plan is always to go to break even after I hit 1 R. Okay, so after 1 R of profit, I always go to break even. And unfortunately, the stock, popped to 1 R and then tagged me at break even. So no gain, no loss on this trade. The third trade is going to be IBM 130 by 131.10, and we made 2R off of this trade. Pattern 3-bar play off of the 1 minute. Okay, we saw that very early in the morning, right? Took it 130 by 131, right? And very painless 2R target hit. Okay, doesn't get much better than this, guys, right? So you would have made 2 times whatever you're risking off of this trade if you took it with me. The next trade is going to be BA, right? Boeing 150 by 150.50, right? Wow, that's a mouthful, huh? And we actually got stopped at break even, right? So we didn't make any money, we didn't lose any money on this trade. And I remember this was a very choppy stock. You can see the long topping tails, long bottoming tails, very choppy. Eventually it did tag us at break even, so we didn't lose any money on it. Yeah, a lot of topping tails. Yeah, you could argue that we shouldn't be in this trade to begin with on such a choppy market, right? But I decided to take this breakout over here on the 1 minute, and got tagged at break even. Next trade will be NVAX. All right, 59.55 by 58.55 dollar stop, and we made 2R pretty painlessly, right? We took this, you don't see the daily, right? But we took this a bit earlier than the pattern tells us to, right? Because the pattern says, hey, there's a breakout at 60 and your stop should be at 59, right? Well, we took it at 59.55 by 58.55, and we're able to do that because of the daily chart. I don't have the daily chart here, but it was a breakout on the daily. All right, this is where multiple time frames comes into play, right? We always look at a good daily chart and then drill down for a better pattern on smaller time frames for a more specific entry, right? And sometimes the daily will help us find that entry when we can't find it, ourselves. If you want to learn more about this, you can always go to my website and, take our course, or you can just join the stream on our website and, you'll see all of these trades live, right? So we made 2-to-1 on our money on this trade right here. The next one is DDOG, all right? 140 by 99.40, and we stopped out of this trade, right? The reason we took this trade was on a turnaround buy setup, which is one of the patterns that we teach on in the course, okay? Very, very nice turnaround buy setup. The problem, okay, the biggest problem is, right, we're pushing straight into resistance from yesterday, right? Should we have taken this trade? Probably not, okay? Did we take this? Yes. Which, there are a lot of things in hindsight, right? Yeah, of course you wouldn't have taken this trade, but if you hadn't seen the last 4 bars, you would think this stock is very, very bullish, right? Bottoming tail, strong uptrend, okay? You would expect this thing to rip, but it did not, okay? And there's nothing we could have done about it, honestly. I'm not too upset with this trade. Yeah, it's just another trade that didn't work out. So we stopped out for 1 times our risk on this trade. And the next trade we have is UAL 3850 by 39. We took this, there was a 2-minute 3-bar play, right? We got in a bit earlier than that because of the gap, right? Level 1 gap on this trade, okay? And we only got 1.5R. You know why? It went 3 pennies from 2R, right? I kid you not, our target, right, was missed by 3 pennies, okay? And so eventually because of the bottoming tails at the bottom, right, and we're shorting this stock, we expect this to bounce, right? At least a 50% or 100% retracement, right? So I got out for 1.5R instead of the 2R. But yeah, these pennies were expensive, right? These pennies, 3 pennies cost us half of an R, which in my case is $500, right? So it's very, very important. You could think of it this way. If I had gotten even a better fill, right, a 3 penny better fill, I probably would have hit 2R. Okay, so yeah, 1.5R, can't complain about it. UAL. The next trade we took was RCL 3540 by 3590. Okay, and that is going to be stopped out for us. It was a gap down, okay, on the daily, and we saw this breakout forming right all the way back here. Okay, so we took the trade 3540 by 3590, and market just took a turn. Not really much we can do about that. Had a lot of bearish signs from the 5-minute topping tail, but unfortunately this stock stopped us out. Really good pattern. I would take it again. Okay, and you might be asking, why do these stocks stop out? Look at the Qs for the last 3 days. The last 3 trades were all in the same day, right? Look at the market, right? The market is going through a compression phase, right? It doesn't know which way it wants to go, right? Extremely narrow day, inside day on the daily, okay? And extremely narrow on the 1 minute and 2 minute, just chopping around, right? So you could argue that we shouldn't have taken any trade this day, and you will see if you calculate it, right? The last 3 trades we lost half of an R, right? So that day I lost half of an R overall, right? So you could say, oh hey, you wake up, see the inside day, and go straight to bed, right? Nobody would blame you. But this is probably the reason why this previous trade did not work out and suddenly spiked off of a breakdown, right? It's because the Qs decided, to pop, and so that's why. The next trade we're gonna take is WDC 4812 by 4868. We got 1R out of this. I was scalping this for 1R because of the daily average trading range, right? It has basically hit its average trading range by the time it did hit 1R. All right, we took a very, very glorious, all right, I really wish it had more average trading range in it, but we took a very, very nice breakdown, and a very, very painless breakdown, in fact, and got 1R relatively quickly from it. And the next trade is SQ 7515 by 7450. All right. And we're break even on this. Honestly, we should have taken this at 7420 and taken this on the buy setup. But I was scanning for other stocks. I remember I was scanning for other stocks and it had already popped. So we look for the next best entry, right? Which is the breakout on the 1 minute over here. Okay. It broke out, hit 1R, tagged us at break even. Very, very unfortunate. And that is all the trades I took this week. If you calculate it out, it's going to be, we took 12 trades this week. All right. And we made 6.5 R, 6.5 times our risk, right? In 12 trades. A lot of people ask me, how many trades do you take a day? Well, I take on average 2 to 3 trades every day, right? And honestly, that's all you need to take. Okay. You should only be taking quality patterns. Okay. And that's why we only take, 2 to 3 trades a day. But those 2 to 3 trades, most of the time work out in our favor, right? We'll make 1 time, 2 times, 3 times our risk in those trades. If you do want to see these trades live and maybe even take these trades with me, all right, join my website, averagetrader.live. Link will be in the description. If you have any other questions, comments, you want to just talk to me about something or need help with something, all right, join our Discord. I'm extremely active on the Discord. All right, that link will also be in the description. And I will see you guys next week for the next stock review. All right, have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.